Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm taking part in the Monochromatic Instagram hop again this week, and we're featuring Blackberry Bliss. And I am using the wonderful To Market suite, well, the DSP and the embellishments from the suite. You can find it in the annual catalogue page at 3839. And I'm also using the Attention Shoppers stamp set for the sentiment. So this is that beautiful paper. It's called To Market. Has the most beautiful colours in it. Very, real red, pumpkin pie, garden green, blackberry bliss, pecan pie. Really, really pretty colours, and I love this paper. I don't know what it is about it, but it's again one of those ones that has lots and lots of different pieces in there that can be fussy cut out or die cut if you have the bundle. So I've got lots of ideas with this DSP, just creating cards using the DSP, and I love to do that quite regularly. So I'm starting off with this flower pattern. I'm also going to use the bunch of flowers in the Blackberry Bliss, and I have another pattern that I'm using as well. I couldn't decide whether I was going to use the nested essential dies or the stylish shapes. I end up using the stylish shapes, but when I'm planning these videos, sometimes I just have ideas in my head and I don't know which way I'm going to go. So I'll show you a few things. Whether I use them or not, I'll let you know. Okay, so I also have some basic white thick cardstock and Blackberry Bliss to make this card. So A4 piece of cardstock I've scored in half, cut in half. That gives me 2 card bases. We're going to use one today. So I'm just folding and burnishing on that score line. So basic white thick is our card base. Then I've brought in one of those pieces of DSP. Now this measures 2 inches by 5.5 inches. I'm also going to bring in another piece of DSP, which is like the Blackberry Bliss gingham, maybe. I don't know what they call that. And this is going to be 3.5 by 4 inches. So I'm just cutting that down as well. I sort of had a sketch idea in my head, and kept changing it as I went. But 3.5 by 4 inches is the measurement for that one. For the stylish shapes, I am going to cut out one in Blackberry Bliss and one in basic white as well. Okay, so I have my 2 layers of DSP, and I think, it's always nice to use your DSP with your cards. It's a very easy way of creating some gorgeous cards, and it also ensures that we don't have a whole heap of DSP that we're hoarding later on. So I've just cut out a piece of Blackberry Bliss to go across my card, and it's 4 1/8 by 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to use the die cuts, so the circle die cuts, and I think it's the second largest and third largest. So the bigger one in basic white, and the second, the smaller one in Blackberry Bliss. So we're going to cut those 2 layers out. Now I do come back in with some basic white to sort of lighten the look of the Blackberry Bliss strip. But I will come back in with that once we work out what we're doing. So here I am. I'm just sort of working out where I want my circles to go, how I want it to layer. And that Blackberry Bliss is actually really quite dark. So I thought I'll come back in with some basic white. And that's 4 1/8 inches by 1 inch. So it goes across the whole card front, which I think looks really, really good. Okay, so for the Blackberry Bliss die cut circle, I'm using the Attention Shoppers stamp set, and I chose the Just For You sentiment, which I think, is going to work really well. I think it's nice to have a few of those cards in your stash for, just giving out to a friend or family member. You just want them to know that you're thinking of them. So I'm stamping that with Versamark ink. I'm coming in with the white embossing powder, and we're just going to heat emboss that. So using the heat tool, get that nice and hot, melt that powder until it's nice and glossy. And, the magic of heat embossing. If you haven't done it yet, if you're new to card making, heat embossing is my favourite technique, and it always astounds me every single time. I love it. So it gives you the nicest technique ever. Okay, so I'm also going in and grabbing out that bunch of flowers in Blackberry Bliss. Now you can see in the background I have stamped the bunch of flowers from the Attention Shoppers bundle. I get rid of that. It actually works really well with those bunch of flowers of the DSP. Excuse me. But I decided against it, so I didn't like how it looked. I think it needed a little less rather than a little more. So sometimes you've got to work out if it's too busy or not busy enough, but to me it needed to be calmed down rather than amped up a little bit more. So once we quickly fussy cut that, that is going to go onto the basic white die cut circle. And I sort of think, well, that's probably a little boring as well. So we're going to jazz that up again. So, so much balance and thoughts going on in my head as I do this. And this is what it's like when I'm creating a card. Most of the time you only see the finished card and then when I create the card again. So this is my creative process sometimes. See, too busy. But I wanted to see how it looked with a little bit of sponging with the ink blenders and the Blackberry Bliss. So I've actually turned it over. That way, if it doesn't look any good, I don't have to die cut the circle. But I just wanted that really light version there. So I'm still sort of moving things around, seeing if that works. Do not like the white strip that's been stamped. But I really think it needs it. So we're going to come back in with those with the little strip there. But I do love the ink blended background with a bit of Blackberry Bliss. So we're going to do that to the right side and add them two together. We're going to bring in the Blackberry Bliss strip again because it really does need just that little breakdown. Let me know, do you guys do this as well? Do you sort of move things around? I'm so indecisive sometimes. It's funny, I watch people who create cards super quick and I don't know how they do it because that's just not me. That's not how my brain works, but I know we're all different. And yeah, it takes me that little bit longer. So here I've got my layered piece of Blackberry Bliss, basic white. And yeah, I like that. To me, that's perfect. So we're going to layer all our pieces together using just some liquid glue. I am going to pop up my fussy cut flowers onto my basic white sponged circle. And but I'm going to glue that down onto the card base so it doesn't have any pop-up other than the flowers. And then we are going to pop up this sentiment piece that we heat embossed because, we all need just a little bit of pop up there, and I think I use my dimensionals on every single card. I don't know whether I make a card without dimensionals, which is why I go through so many, I think. So we're going to pop up our little fussy cut piece, and what I love is in this DSP, not only is there 2 sheets with all those die cut all those flowers that you can die cut, but there's veggies, there's bags that you can add, like handbags, carry bags that you can put the veggies in. I think I've got some ideas. I can't wait to play with those. So we're going to pop this piece up, and then to finish it off, I really wanted to bring in those gorgeous, what are they called? Transparent adhesive back dots, which are part of the To Market suite. They come in, I think it's Garden Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Berry Burst and White. And we're going to pop 3 of those Blackberry Bliss, embellishments. And that's how my card turned out. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you left me a comment and hit subscribe. Go over to Instagram to check out the hop. And if you would like to purchase any of the products in my card here, you can purchase them in my online store. There is a link in the description of this video as well. Thank you so much everyone for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.